that you've seen tonight?
I was dealing with this. Throughout my whole. Well, I had people jealous of me throughout my whole career before a professional.
I had to always remind Tank, Floyd is Floyd, but you're Gervonta Davis.
That's right.
Like, I gotta do that.
A lot of people don't know that what Floyd do. He said.
So you feel like it was a sub, like he was subbing you, like, oh, like
he was going at me.
Floyd Mayweather and Gervonta, Tank Davis clashed in a tense exchange, trading sharp insults as their once close alliance erupted into a heated feud. During a fiery press conference, the two went back and forth, revealing the deep rift that now defines their relationship. Mayweather addressed the issue of jealousy, saying he's dealt with it throughout his career and sees it as just part of the game. But as tensions continue to rise, their fractured bond keeps making headlines, highlighting just how complicated things have become between them, as seen tonight.
I was dealing with this. Throughout my whole. Well, I had people jealous of me throughout my whole career before a professional. Jealousy comes with the territory. I sell an arena out every time, and I say to myself, y'all people not tired? Y'all done been here 50, we done sold the arena out 50 times, and y'all keep coming up short. We could do it 50 more times, y'all gonna keep coming up short. What's meant to be in life is meant to be. And Cruz, and as far as what Cruz would take, he know he didn't win. No, he didn't win at all. And if Tank really would have lost the fight, I would have said he lost. And of course, we in California. This is Mexico. So, I mean, he's fighting.
Gervonta, Tank Davis didn't hold back his frustration, saying that most people don't truly understand Floyd Mayweather's words or actions. He hinted that Floyd was playing a behind-the-scenes game, appearing supportive in public while secretly working against him, suggesting that Mayweather's moves were calculated. And although many viewed him as a mentor, there were deeper issues beneath the surface. Davis made it clear their relationship had changed, implying Floyd wasn't always looking out for his best interests, and he wanted people to see the truth about Mayweather's real intentions.
People don't know that what Floyd do. He said.
So you feel like it was a sub, like he was subbing you, like, oh, like
he was going at me. He was going at me.
Yeah.
And I knew for sure he was going at me. That's why I went at him. There's no reason for me to go at Floyd.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Cause I feel like y'all got, I would say love hate. But it's been like the last interview, you showed them love. This week it was whatever. But is that sometimes like, you know, is it just like big bro, little bro seeing things different, or what is it to you?
No, Floyd don't never, he felt as though I'm at that point where as though I passed him. And I'm doing it at a young age. Wait, like when Floyd was 29, you'll see, bro.
Yeah.
That deal that I'm talking about?
Yeah, oh, that's a part of it.
He don't know about that yet. But that's bigger than his deal.
Damn. Wow.
And I'm just releasing it.
Exclusive. That's exclusive. Bigger than Floyd deal?
Yeah.
Ain't no cap, nigga. That's a lot of bread.
The tension between Gervonta, Tank Davis and Floyd Mayweather had been building for years, but things took a serious turn due to personal issues, specifically involving Floyd's daughter, Yaya Mayweather. What began as a close mentor-student bond eventually unraveled into a full-blown rivalry. With Davis once being Mayweather's protege under Mayweather Promotions, where Floyd guided both his career and personal decisions, but cracks started to show as Davis grew increasingly frustrated with Floyd's control over his moves, especially amid rumors that Mayweather was too involved in his business affairs, something Davis deeply resented. The breaking point reportedly came when Davis was linked to Yaya Mayweather, who had previously been in a high-profile relationship with rapper NBA Youngboy and was allegedly involved with Davis briefly, which didn't sit well with Floyd, known for being highly protective of his daughter, causing their already strained relationship to take a sharp turn for the worse and adding another layer of animosity to their escalating feud.
Relationships end due to a female, man. They've started multiple wars. There's a reason why a lot of men are locked up right now. There's a reason why a lot of men are in that grave right now. I believe in this case, we don't know all the details, but I'm just gonna go ahead and assume that Tank smashed Floyd's daughter. Tank went ahead and smashed Floyd's daughter on this one and sullied the relationship. It was done after that. But there had to be a reason why he went ahead and went that route. And I think he went that route because there wasn't enough money coming in. And Tank probably thought that it was gonna be better than it was early on. So we said, you know what? Hey, she throwing it at me. Let me go ahead and do what I do. And from that instance, Floyd said, hey, you got the game up. I'm about to let you really know how it is. You about to go up against a real go-getter, a real...
What makes this feud even more intense is the deep history they share. Floyd Mayweather was the one who pushed Gervonta, Tank Davis into the spotlight, promoting him as boxing's next big star by providing opportunities, guidance, and exposure that helped Davis rise to fame, but over time, their relationship fell apart, and after their fallout, Davis left Mayweather Promotions, openly criticizing Floyd's management style and choosing to take control of his own career. While both have moved on professionally, the tension between them hasn't faded. Mayweather, known for his pride and sharp business sense, no longer acknowledges Davis as his protege, while Davis continues to distance himself from Floyd's influence, with their once close bond now beyond repair, proving that in boxing, personal conflicts can destroy even the strongest professional relationships.
You always see solid relationships end due to a female, man. They've started multiple wars. They're a reason why a lot of men are locked up right now. They're a reason why a lot of men are in that grave right now. I believe in this case, we don't know all the details, but I'm just gonna go ahead and assume that Tank smashed Floyd's daughter. Tank went ahead and smashed Floyd's daughter on this one and sullied the relationship. It was done after that. But there had to be a reason why he went ahead and went that route. And I think he went that route because there wasn't enough money coming in. And Tank probably thought that it was gonna be better than it was early on. So we said, you know what? Hey, she throwing it at me. Let me go ahead and do what I do. And from that instance, Floyd said, hey, you got the game up. I'm about to let you really know how it is. You about to go up against a real go-getter, a real headhunter.
Now that Gervonta, Tank Davis has reached superstar status in boxing, many who played a role in his rise are seeking recognition, including former world champion Adrian Broner, one of Davis's earliest supporters, who recently reminded everyone that he was the one who first brought Davis to the gym. According to Broner, his connection led Floyd Mayweather to recognize Davis's talent and eventually decide to promote him, even claiming that Mayweather still acknowledges his role, often telling him, "You gave me a good one." Broner emphasized that he played a key part in Davis's journey and wants people to remember that, despite the ups and downs in their relationship, insisting that Davis is still like a little brother to him. He expressed genuine joy in seeing Davis succeed and made it clear he'll always support him, saying, "I'm always going to stand by Tank. He's my little bro." Davis's rise to stardom has been nothing short of incredible, and while many have contributed to his journey, Broner wants to ensure his role isn't overlooked, and whether or not Davis publicly acknowledges it, one thing is certain: Broner takes pride in watching him thrive and will always consider him family.
Watch it. I was there.
You can relate to it?
I can relate, and to be honest, I'm the reason he got signed to.
That's a true story.
Explain that. Why? What? How did that happen?
I brought him to the gym with an AB shirt on.
True story.
But I didn't have everything right yet. You know, everything wasn't moving yet. You know, I was a little slow on my feet. So I gave him the floor. And every time we bring it up, Floyd like, "Thank you, AB. You gave me a good one."
Does that feel like a win for Balbani's Promotions as well?
Of course, because at the end of the day, I don't care who promotes Gervonta Davis. I'm still gonna support him. Same way. You know, he's a little brother to me.
Tank been around us since he was like 17, 16. Adrian was already famous on TV and everything. We wrote him on the internet.
Even Adrian Broner recognizes Gervonta, Tank Davis as an exceptional fighter with incredible talent, praising his power, speed, and intelligence in the ring, and firmly believing that Davis has all the tools needed to dominate the lightweight division. Broner acknowledges how much Davis has grown over the years, crediting his success to unwavering dedication and hard work, and remains confident that no lightweight can match Davis's abilities. Viewing him as a complete boxer who consistently proves himself at the highest level, in Broner's eyes, Davis's dominance isn't slowing down anytime soon.
Tank got the skills to beat anybody, and he was blessed. He was blessed with the power to hurt anybody if he lands with a solid punch. But I don't think he should go mess with no 147 pounder no time soon. With the skills he got, he can beat anybody. But my opinion, I think he got enough on his plate at 135 pounds with the Shakurs, Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney's,
Frank Martin now.
Frank Martin, who's going to be a big name, a good name. And he should just focus on that.
Teofimo,
who's still one of the best lightweights out there. Even with people, talking shit about him I tell fighters, every fight isn't going to be a hands down amazing performance. But as long as you get by, as long as you get the victory and get to the next one, that's all that matters, man. Teofimo is a great talent. He's a good dude, and it's a lot of talent at 135 pounds. And I think Tank should just clean all of that up. Worried about cleaning all of that up, one at a time, and then jump to 140 pounds.
Him and Regis right now for the belt.
Yeah, for sure. I think he'd beat Regis though.
Why?
Floyd Mayweather's relationship with Gervonta, Tank, Davis has always seemed more business-driven than personal. While Floyd played a major role in Davis's rise by promoting him under Mayweather Promotions, many believe his support was never rooted in mentorship or genuine care, but in financial interest. In fact, now that Davis has left Mayweather Promotions, Floyd's attitude toward him appears to have shifted, reinforcing the notion that his primary motivation was profit rather than personal investment. During Davis's time under the promotion, there were clear signs of tension, with Davis often expressing frustration over how he was being managed, and while Floyd publicly praised him, he never seemed fully committed to building a true personal bond. When Davis chose to go independent, Mayweather's support noticeably disappeared, raising the question of whether he was ever truly happy for Davis's success or only supportive as long as he stood to gain. If Floyd genuinely cared beyond business, he would have continued to support Davis even after the split, but his distant behavior suggests otherwise. Instead of celebrating Davis's independence, Mayweather has remained largely uninterested, reinforcing the idea that his involvement was more about control and profit. By leaving Mayweather Promotions, Davis proved he could take full charge of his career and succeed on his own, and that success without Mayweather's hand in it may explain the lack of support, as Floyd no longer benefits from Davis's victories. In the end, Mayweather's actions suggest that his relationship with Davis was rooted more in business than in mentorship, and now that the money is no longer flowing, so is his interest.
He's just setting up his boy. I think Tank was happy you think Floyd was happy that Tank left?
Can that fight happen for the right now?
Floyd was there at Ryan Garcia and Tank fight for Tank? Floyd loves him. Floyd is gonna promote himself. That's why Floyd came out with them damn chains and his $20 million watch. Y'all gotta really...
Calvin Ford, longtime mentor and trainer of Gervonta, Tank Davis, has always emphasized the importance of surrounding oneself with the right people to navigate both boxing and life, often reminding Davis that while Floyd Mayweather is a legend, Davis is his own man, repeating the message, Floyd is Floyd, but you're Gervonta Davis, a distinction that played a crucial role in shaping Davis's mindset and helping him establish his own identity. According to Ford, even Mayweather understood that Davis needed to step out of his shadow and build his own legacy, and Ford recalled moments when Davis seemed surprised at how directly he spoke to Mayweather, reinforcing the idea that Davis had to step into his own role rather than simply being seen as Mayweather's protege.
Mind Tank, Floyd is Floyd, but you're Gervonta Davis.
That's right.
Distinguish the two.
Yes.
And me and Floyd used to go to, I said, he's not you, Floyd, he's Tank.
That's right.
And Tank used to look at me like, yo, he talking to Floyd like that?
That's right.
Floyd understood that it was certain things that I had to give to him, well as what he was giving to him.
That's right.
To make that balance, to make the car drive
That's
smooth.
Right. That's right.
And it worked, you know what I'm saying? And I told Floyd, like, he's growing into being his own man. Respect the talent.
Respect the talent.
Respect the talent. And we see what he's growing to, So that's why when people talk, I say, I can't take shit away from Floyd.
That's right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because his body of work of being there and nurturing us through them waters and whatnot.
That's right.
Because he's been there when we haven't.
That's right.
But when it came to raising him in this ring.
According to Calvin Ford, both he and Floyd Mayweather played key roles in shaping Gervonta, Tank Davis. It was a balancing act, with Mayweather offering certain insights while Ford provided guidance from a different perspective, and together, they helped Davis evolve into a fighter capable of standing on his own. Ford made it clear that despite their differences, he would never downplay Mayweather's impact, saying, "I can't take anything away from Floyd." his body of work and the way he guided us through those waters, but when it came to leading Davis on his own path, Floyd understood what had to be done. In the end, he recognized that Davis needed to carve out his own legacy, and while Mayweather was a major influence, Floyd emphasized that it was ultimately Davis's dedication, discipline, and personal growth that brought him to where he is today.
Signing with Floyd, you know, we fast forward a little bit, signed with Floyd. Floyd puts Tank in a position to fight Pedraza. A lot of people were saying that was like, you know, that was a setup fight, so forth and so on. Tank goes in there. What's your thoughts going into that fight? Like, oh, listen, this Pedraza, undefeated champion.
Well, I understood the whole thing. Floyd understood the thing. Well, you'll see it in our documentary.
Yeah.
But when Floyd was been trying to, because he was trying to fight a lot of guys that was champions. You know what I'm saying? And the guys that he was putting in front of us, you know, they lost their belts. And then when the situation came about when Tank had to fight for, we had no choice but to fight for Pedraza. And that was a hard fight. He was undefeated. He was an Olympian, you know, and he was on the road, you know. And when Tank went in there and put on that performance that night, it was unreal. It was unreal. And that's the fight that I always put in my...
Floyd Mayweather has always thrived in the spotlight, and even after retiring, he continues to keep his name relevant in the boxing world. However, many believe that instead of fully embracing the new generation, he struggles with letting go of his status as the sport's biggest star. Now, as Gervonta, Tank Davis rises to superstardom, it seems Mayweather is finding it difficult to accept that the spotlight is no longer on him.
The face of boxing. And I get it, you a hell of a fighter, bro. You undefeated. But let these young niggas shine, bro. And your daughter still chose wrong. You get what I'm saying? So that shit crazy. You know, people with power, with money, think that they money saved them from the world, but like, nah, bro, you do fucked up shiesty shit, bro. Like, I don't give a fuck how much money you got, bro. I never look at you the same.
Gervonta, Tank Davis has established himself as one of the most exciting fighters in boxing, known for his knockout power and rapidly growing fan base, with many viewing him as the future of the sport. However, rather than fully backing Tank's rise, Floyd Mayweather often shifts the attention back to himself, frequently reminding people of his own accomplishments to keep his legacy in the spotlight. Boxing analysts argue that Mayweather needs to accept that his time has passed and recognize that Tank is now the star the sport needs, suggesting that instead of subtly competing or trying to share the spotlight, Floyd should embrace the role of a mentor and genuinely support the younger generation. Yet, Mayweather's actions suggest he struggles with letting someone else take the position he once held, with some believing jealousy plays a role as he watches Tank receive the kind of attention he once commanded. While Mayweather's legacy is undeniable, the sport is evolving. And Tank is leading the charge, and the best thing Floyd could do now is accept that shift and support Tank without making it about himself, though whether he's willing to do that remains uncertain.
And still wanna be hood, like what? Nigga, that's ass backwards, bro, like no, dog. But Gervonta Davis, man, you know, a lot of people may say he's arrogant or whatever the case may be, bro. I don't see it. You know, I just see him playing for the internet. You know, they say something, he say something back. You get what I'm saying? But listen to this, what Gervonta Davis had to say, and it was a good interview. At first, I ain't like it because it's like the interviewer, you know, he from Gervonta Davis hood too, but it's like he also wanted them to be, wanted the people to know that he's from the hood, he came from the street, like, nah, bro, like.
From the very start, it seems Floyd Mayweather never truly wanted Gervonta, Tank Davis to surpass his legacy, while he appeared to be guiding Tank's career. It now looks like he was also trying to control it in a way that would keep Tank from becoming bigger than him. Recently, Tank revealed that Floyd forced him to take the fight against Jose Pedraza, not because it was the best move for his development, but because Floyd allegedly wanted him to lose. At the time, Pedraza was an undefeated world champion and a dangerous opponent for someone as young and inexperienced as Tank, leading many to believe Mayweather saw the fight as a chance to stall Tank's rise before it gained momentum. Had Tank lost, it could have derailed his trajectory and kept him from reaching superstardom, but instead, he shocked everyone by dominating Pedraza and capturing the IBF super featherweight title, a win that became a defining moment in his career and proved he was a special talent. This unexpected victory may have frustrated Floyd, as it showed Tank was capable of greatness beyond his control, and looking back, it's clear that Mayweather wanted to dictate Tank's path on his own terms, likely never expecting him to rise so fast or eventually outgrow Mayweather Promotions. Now, with Tank standing as one of boxing's biggest stars, Floyd can no longer hold him back, and while he may have tried to set him up for failure, Tank proved he didn't need anyone to control his success. He was destined to shine regardless.
What I seen when Gervonta Davis was talking about the beef between him and Floyd Mayweather and how he wanted him to lose against Jose Pedraza, when I watched the end, when they was announcing Tank as the winner, you can see Floyd Mayweather in the back just looking salty, wiping his nose. He not even really clapping. He looking like, damn, this nigga beat the odds. But y'all, this shit is crazy. Look at this photo. Look how Floyd is looking at Gervonta like, damn, I wanted you to lose for real. The whole fight hit different. Y'all need to go watch it over. This shit crazy, fool. So if people don't know, allegedly the beef stemmed from Floyd Mayweather's daughter Snapchatting Gervonta on Snapchat. I'm guessing people when Floyd Cam got wind of that and they told Floyd like, hey, I think Gervonta knocking your daughter boots. Floyd said, Gervonta knocking my daughter boots? Nah. Then they showed on the proof. They like, look, the proof is in the pudding.
That's it for today's video. Stay tuned for more updates, and until next time, keep watching.